Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting week of Over 50 hockey for your Grey Wolves. This week we are taking on the Red Army here on the last day of September, and it should be an exciting one. Grey Wolves look like everyone has reported except for Hector Flores, who had a phenomenal game last week with 2 goals. And he wasn't even in the penalty box either, which is another impressive thing about Hector Flores. You can tell that he's strongly improving. But as for the other players that are here, expect some big outcomes to happen. Matt Strina had a nice game last week. The Green Hornets scoring 2 goals. We're expecting him to continue to improve and make a huge contribution today. Les Sabler returning now after a while. This will be his 5th game he's appeared this season out of 8. And hopefully Les Sabler will have a little bit of magic in him to help contribute to this team. And of course you have the 2 defensive duo threats. You have Tom Buchholz, Angelo Pontello. But Pontello seems to be quiet despite having 4 goals and 4 assists to his name. He might be looking to have a breakout game, so watch out for that. Larry Sincata, known for the various helmets that he has, red, yellow, or yellow now, and also white. Sincata's been pretty interesting though so far this season, with 3 goals and 3 assists, but ever since then he's been sort of quiet in regards to the scoring range. Hopefully that'll change today. And of course you can never forget Arnie Strader here. Strader, under 20 goals, the only goalie to give up under 20 goals thus far this season. And he's had quite a season so far, expecting to continue to have that same kind of performance. And last but not least, you know, Mark Giacomin and Lou DeMezza lead the league with points. Lou in the lead with 19 points, coming from 7 goals and 12 assists. Yeah, there's Lou. Again, 12 goals, 12 assists for the captain of the Grey Wolves. And then of course with Mark Giacomin, he has 4 goals and 11 assists, totaling out to 15 points to his name. And quickly over to the Red Army, surprising here, you know, especially after losing to the Yellow Jackets. And the Yellow Jackets, all players have reported, of course, except for Larry Wood, and they'll have a new goal, and they'll have a replacement goalie in the net for them. But the last time we've seen this guy play, he hasn't been so hot, so expect the Grey Wolves to try to take advantage of a new goalie for them. Meanwhile, as for the Red Army, again, all players report. Rick Nader, one of the better known players for this Red Army team, with 6 goals, leading his team with 6 goals and 5 assists. And then of course the captain of the Red Army is Neil Armstrong, 5 goals, 4 assists. There wasn't a lot of action going on last week against the Yellow Jackets. Recapping from that one, the Red Army tied the game up at 3 early in the 3rd period, only for Andrew Hyman at the end of the 3rd period to come back with 2 goals that ultimately decided their difference in the 5-3 loss. And to recap last week for the Grey Wolves, they had a remarkable whole time, you know, just handling the Green Hornets however they pleased, 7-3. And again, that's where Matt Strina came out with 2 goals, Hector Flores, who's not here today, with 2 goals, Angelo Pontello with another goal, and the rest of the Grey Wolves that contributed. Starting players we see is Larry Sincata, Les Sabler, and Matt Strina as forwards. Back is Tom Buchholz and Angelo Pontello as defenders. And the puck going all the way back into his own end zone is Larry Rapah, taken away by Les Sabler. We pass it over to Larry Sincata. They're on the move early. He shoots. Goalie makes a nice save. Sincata versus Armstrong on the face-off. Strina takes it early. Trying to get it to Buchholz. He misses, and the puck's heading back. It's Scott McCants for the Red Army taking it now. He's looking for someone to pass it to. Shoots, finds Nader. And the puck headed back now to Larry Rapah. Over to Armstrong, to Nader, and Angelo Pontello heavily covers him. McCants Now looking, intended for Roberge. He'll get to it, but not without the Gray Wolves taking a bout. McCants now finds another shot. There's Rick Nader. There's the puck open. Red Army can't capitalize. And now it's Neil Armstrong trying to make something happen. Red Army now, early opportunity for them to try to score. They can't make it happen. And the Gray Wolves are lucky to get out of that one defensively. So now Larry Rapaz retrieving the puck. He'll take a shot that will be cleared out. Strader will make sure it gets to Angelo Pontello. And Pontello's on the move. He takes a shot. Wide right. And it's Ludameza now passing it over to Mark Giacomin. Giacomin takes a shot. That was left. Puck over to, I believe, no, not Joe Masherin. That was Paganello, excuse me. Puck now over to John Patry. He takes a shot. Missed opportunity there. And that's Davidson trying to pass it to Paganello. Then it was for Finley, and now the Gray Wolves have it. Now back to the Red Army is Tom Finley. Off the boards, heading into the Gray Wolves end zone. And gets over to Jim Thomas, who is looking for someone to pass it to. He's dispossessed by Davidson, but the puck's still in Gray Wolf possession as Patry gets it over to Jim Thomas. No, that was John Madalena. I beg your pardon. Now it's Dave Garrett with the puck. Garrick's pass successful over to Steve Paganello. He's on the move. Patry slipping, not one of his best moments there. Sincata shoots it past Marty Washburn, and he's back to retrieve it. Bouncing off, and now it's Jim Thomas chasing after the puck. Off the boards to Les Sabler. Deflected off of Neil Armstrong. And Sincata then takes a shot. Now Roberge misfires. Now it's to Sharina. Intended for Sincata. Overshoots him. Puck now over to Neil Armstrong. He's off to the races. He only has Strader to beat. And he'll slow up. He'll try to get it to Nader, who shoots. And nice assist by Neil Armstrong. And it's Rick Nader who takes the first goal. And the Red Army draw first blood. And they take a 1-0 lead with 8:45 to go in the first period. Red Army are on a mission, you can tell. And they are looking to try to capitalize, especially after their 5-3 loss to the Yellow Jackets. So for the Red Army, it would be nice to see them, according to them, a win over the Gray Wolves. But as for this Gray Wolves team, 5-1-1 so far this season. They've been defensively making it happen, except for that last drive. But now they'll be looking to try to tie the game as Ludameza now passing it over to Angelo Pontello. Pontello looking for someone to pass it to. No, he'll make a move off of Neil Armstrong. He'll just take a shot wide right. Madalena, who did have the puck, now it's over to Steve D'Angelo. D'Angelo's pass blocked off of Angelo Pontello, and there's another breakaway. It's Rick Nader. And Strader makes a nice save, avoiding a 2-0 deficit. And now Larry Rapaz intercepts it. Angelo Pontello knocks it away. Back to the Red Army territory. Back-to-back turnovers, and now it's Neil Armstrong looking for Rick Nader. No, he'll take it himself to shoot. And now Nader looking to set up. Intended for Steve D'Angelo, couldn't get the job done. Now it's Guy Roberge. Roberge's shot off right. Now Neil Armstrong trying to shoot, but the Meza covers well. Jim Thomas on the move. Heading into Red Army territory, but intercepted by Larry Rapaz. And Sabler takes a shot. No one there for the setup. It's Patry now with the puck. Almost a turnover, but the Gray Wolves keep going. Now it's a turnover. It's Paganella passing it out. And Patry will stop the puck as Ludameza on the move now. He'll take a shot. Goalie knocks it away. Now it's Larry Rapaz to Paganella. Puck back the other way. Makes a move. Mastering can't counteract. But the rest of the Red Army will, as Tom Finley knocks it back into the Gray Wolves end zone. And John Patry comes to retrieve it. 1-0 Gray Wolves. We're at 6:45 left to go in the first period. Still no spark from the Gray Wolves yet. Sincata's pass to Sabler. And he just chipped it to the goalie, who makes a nice save. Finley versus Sincata on the faceoff. Puck was originally for Sincata. Finley knocks it back to Dave Garrick. And Garrick finds Tom Finley, who dumps it off to Joe Masherin. And Masherin will field it back to Finley. Puck over to, intended for Washburn, knocked away by Larry Sincata, back to Dave Garrick, who passes it over to Joe Masherin. Masherin now to Tom Finley, Finley to Paganella. But Masherin's able to keep it alive, now taken away by Matt Sharina. Paganella looking for the setup, shoots to Joe Masherin. And his shot off target. Washburn can't handle the puck. He'll finally get it away. Sincata off the backboards. Finley misses it, and it'll be cleared out the other way. It's Garrick now. Passing it, intended for Tom Finley. Off at Finley's stick, and it's Ludameza. Trying to set up his Ludameza, trying to look for an open spot. Can't set up well, and Nader takes it away. Puck heading the other direction, and Strader gets it over to Angelo Pontola. Makes a nice move off of Scott McCants. Heading into Red Army territory, trying to set up the Gray Wolves for this tying goal. Gets it over to Madalena, just taking a pass. Madalena's pass now to Giacomin. Trying to make the setup, can't happen. Nader now with the puck, getting it off to Larry Rapah. Now taken away by Mark Giacomin. Giacomin gets it back into the Red Army end zone. Roberge passing it around, and Pontola was not able to block Roberge's shot. Puck now over to Rick Nader, the Red Army on the move. Jim Thomas knocking it away, and the Red Army pick up on it again. Rapal. Now over to Scott McCants. Intercepted by Jim Thomas. Heading back into the Red Army end zone. Trying to pass it to Ludameza. Jim Thomas originally tried to take it for himself, and there was a wide open Ludameza, and he couldn't capitalize. Now it's intercepted by Guy Roberge. Roberge has an open opportunity, takes a shot, and Strader was all ready for that puck. There's nothing Roberge could do about that, and that Strader makes a nice save. 4:06 to go, first period. We'll be right back. Sincata versus Masherin. There's the puck, now over to John Patry. Patry looked like he lost possession of the puck, but quickly regained it, passing it to Sharina. Puck to Sincata, passing it back to Sharina. Makes a move, and trying to pass it to Les Sabler, was not open. Paganella now with the puck for the Red Army. Off the boards, and it'll be cleared out. Players trying to look for the icing call, but there will be no icing call, as Sharina gets it over to Larry Sincata. Sincata trying to take a shot. Washburn defended him well, and another turnover for the Gray Wolves. Masherin still with the puck. Lost the puck to Jim Thomas as he tries to clear it out. Garrick quickly retrieves it. And Dave Garrick on the move, looking for the shot, takes it too high. Ludameza now with the puck, passing it over to Mark Giacomin. McCants tried to defend him, but lost balance. Madalena can't do anything about it as McCants on the move to Dave Garrick. Strader knocks it away. Now it's Armstrong. Third shot, and Strader with the save. Well, that was a big shot. Who knows? That might be a goal, depending on if they cross the line. Nope, the refs are going to signal a save for Strader. And the Gray Wolves now must come up big defensively. Puck now over to Marty Washburn. Pass intended for McCants, too much. Pontello knocks it away, intercepted by Washburn. Sharp interception, and a penalty's coming up, and ref will immediately stop play as DeMeza heads to the box. A little bit of unnecessary roughness there, and the ref will have none of it. Power play coming up for the Red Army, and where the position is not good. Armstrong versus Giacomin now on the faceoff. McCants to Washburn. Now back to Armstrong. To Washburn. Shoots, fires. Jim Thomas knocks it away. Neil Armstrong's pass to Dave Garrick. Garrick to Washburn. And taken away by Jim Thomas. Thomas makes a move heading into Red Army territory. Pass intended for Giacomin, but the Red Army quickly get back. Right now, as you can see, Grey Wolves definitely doing everything in their power to keep the puck in the Red Army territory with 4 players. Angelo Pontello still with the puck, passing it over to Mark Giacomin. Giacomin taking a shot. Pontello was trying to be there for the setup, and he was defended heavily. Garrett's pass to McCants, now across the middle to Neil Armstrong, back to McCants, taken away by Sharina. Matt Sharina on the move, he's got Mark Giacomin. Giacomin passing it back to Sharina, still looking for that tying goal. Washburn knocks it away to Neil Armstrong. That was John Patry who tried to get there but was too late. Puck now to Joe Masherin. His pass over to Guy Roberge. And that looked like an offsides call. Finley's pass back to Rapal, who clears it into Grey Wolves' end zone. John Patry, his shot deflected off of Tom Finley. Now over to Sincata, who clears it out. 20 seconds to go. Now 15 seconds to go. Grey Wolves trying to make something happen within the first period. Puck now to Ludameza. Getting it over to Les Sabler. Sabler on the move. He shoots. No rebound there, and that's going to do it for the first period. The Red Army now with a 1-0 lead over your Grey Wolves. And the Grey Wolves appear to be slightly sluggish, as it appears that they're working a different formula already. Ludameza in the box, and now the ref's having a few words to say. 1-0 Red Army. We'll be right back with the second period. Second period, just seconds away from face-off, as it'll be Neil Armstrong and Mark Giacomin taking a face-off. Back to DeMeza, over to Mike Falbo, and Madalena getting into the Red Army end zone, with DeMeza heavily covering Larry Rapal. And the Grey Wolves now looking to try to tie that game, coming up with the equalizer. Giacomin's pass intended for DeMeza, intercepted by Rick Nader. Nader's pass now to Scott McCants, and the Grey Wolves are going to have to play defensively here. McCants shoots! And not the best shot in the world, but McCants takes advantage of it, and he puts the Red Army up 2-0. It was a wide out shot. Strader should have stayed a little bit back inside. And now, just 26 seconds into the second period, and the Red Army extend their lead, and the Grey Wolves will be looking to climb a hill. Falbo's pass intended for DeMeza, now back to Larry Rapal. Puck intercepted now by McCants, looking to do more damage. Now it's to Armstrong, look out.
taking the shot is Armstrong, and he can't capitalize. It's Rapah now trying to take the shot. Patry knocks it away with his skate. Nader now to Falbo, and Falbo's pass to Marchiakim, and now over to the left side of Ludameza, and Rapah dispossesses the Meza. Puck now to Nader. He's got an open chance. He shoots, and there's Strader bouncing off of Strader, and he immediately falls on the puck. Good save. It appears there's a malfunction going on. Clock was still running during that time. I don't know if the time boy was paying attention there. And now puck over to Jim Thomas. He's on the move. Thomas looking for a Grey Wolf to pass the puck to. And it will be taken away by the Red Army as Finley gets it across the boards. Now it's Angelo Pontello taking a shot, keeping it into Red Army territory, but Bill Davidson coughs up the puck. Sharina now to Angelo Pontello. Pontello making a move. Now it's Sharina who takes a shot. And Matt Sharina puts points up on the board for the Grey Wolves, taking advantage of an open opportunity. Goalie was definitely exposed there, and for Matt Sharina to pick up quickly that right side of the net was exposed, that definitely helps out. And with 9:34 to go in the second period, the Grey Wolves finally put some points on the board. And the Red Army now have a 1-goal lead. Sincata to Sharina, now back to Patry, off the boards, back to Sharina. It's Garrick, and Sincata gets a piece of the puck. Now to Sabler. Sincata. Now to Sharina again, looking to make the equalizer, and it won't happen there. Puck finally jammed away as Finley gets it over to Steve Paganella, who's on the move. And finally knocked away by John Patry, and it's Ludameza. Puck now to Ludameza. Skating towards the left side. He's on the move, looking for a Grey Wolf to pass it to. And he loses control of the puck, but not before he gets it off to Jim Thomas. Now to Patry. Patry's shot deflected off of Marty Washburn. And it's Washburn now passing it a little bit too far for Davidson. And it's now Jim Thomas who's on the move. Jim Thomas takes a shot. And an unbelievable shot, and the Grey Wolves immediately tied this one up at 2. Jim Thomas now, he's on fire. In just his 3rd game, Thomas now has his 4th goal of the season. Can you say player threat? 8:16 to go in the second period. We are all tied up thanks to Jim Thomas and his equalizer. Puck now to Larry Rapah. And we are back into an exciting game, folks. Angelo Pontello in the end of the Grey Wolves, or Grey Wolves end zone, excuse me. Now to Rapah. We'd like to remind our viewers that this game has been brought to you by the Power Play Grill with their best wings in Tampa. And that's where you can catch the players after the games, fellowshipping. And also brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Tom Buchholz and the Grey Wolves. Miller Lite, good call. Buchholz pass intended for Ludameza gets all the way to Rick Nader, who passes it over to Neil Armstrong. Takes a shot, there's the open puck. Strader still going, and players are being knocked around, and Neil Armstrong finally, and there's going to be some controversy here. Let's just call this one a questionable moment, as there was the puck that was near Strader, and the Red Army kept jabbing at it, and the ref's not going to pick up on some foul play there. We saw Rapah taking huge advantage of Angelo Pontello at that time.
And it appears that the refs are looking like the replacement officials, like in the NFL. Or at least that call that time. Over to Roberge as the Red Army are back atop. 3-2, and they're on the move. Roberge. An offsides call. No, that'll be icing. I beg your pardon. Sincata to Finley. And now Finley looking to be on the move, but Sabler will take the puck away and he'll keep it in Red Army territory. And now it's Marty Washburn off the boards to Steve Paganella, who off the boards gets it past Finley and it'll be cleared out. Sincata over to Mashrin. And Sabler will try to clear it out. Gets barely into Red Army territory, but only for Marty Washburn to take it out. And now it's intercepted by Sincata. Back to Washburn, off the boards. Intended for Paganella. And now it's Larry Sincata to Matt Sharina. Sharina takes the shot, and that'll be a save. Giacomin versus D'Angelo on the face-off. It's now Marty Washburn. Now to D'Angelo, intercepted by, no! It'll be stopped by Angelo Pontello, not quite considered an interception. But nevertheless, he takes it away. Now Angelo Pontello looking for the equalizer. He takes a shot off the keeper. It's Giacomin who passes it, and it'll be intercepted by Nader as he tries to clear it off of the boards. And it's now to Jim Thomas. His pass now to Luda Meza. And DeMeza will take the shot. He shoots. And that goalie's so big that his whole body is taking up most of the net, which is surprisingly making it difficult for the Grey Wolves to score. Jim Thomas. Now to Mark Giacomin. He's got wide open room. Looking around. Heavily defended by Nader. And Giacomin lost possession, but he was able to get off to Jim Thomas to Luda Meza. And that looks like that'll be a save. Close call for the Red Army there. So far, Red Army surprisingly looking very good against the Grey Wolves. Angelo Pontello now. Bunch of players by the net. Now it's Roberge frantically trying to get it back. You gotta be kidding me. Is the ref really going to call a penalty on Les Sabler? Or will it just be a mere foul? An unintentional stick getting in the way, and instead the ref will put Les Sabler into the box. And the Red Army will once again have another power play. Now the Grey Wolves will definitely need to be careful because you know these refs will just look for just about anything on either side to look to try to make penalties happen. So for the Grey Wolves, they'll need to be a little bit more careful where their sticks are. Puck in Grey Wolves end zone. Puck now over for Roberge. Passing it to Joe Mashrin, who takes the shot. Locked off of John Patry. Another shot off of Patry. Paganella shoots. And it looked more like a wasted shot by Steve Paganella, but it's Arnie Schrader coming up with the nice save. Armstrong versus Giacomin on the face-off over to Rapaw. As for the penalty, that's Les Sabler's second penalty of the season. And the puck, and there's Angelo Pontello. He's on the move. He takes another shot, and Pontello ties the game off an individual effort. You gotta love the good opportunity there. Mark Giacomin set up Angelo Pontello well, and Pontello was able to get off a breakaway.
And a good opportunity for the Grey Wolves to come up with yet another equalizer with 3:51 to go in the second period. As soon as Pontello took off, there was no way Guy Roberge was going to be able to get back there to stop him. John Patry, intercepted by Neil Armstrong, gets it over to McCants. And Strader better get back to the net quickly for the Red Army take another advantage. Giacomin tried to clear it out, and Steve D'Angelo did stop it, but had a little bit of trouble regaining control of the puck. And it looks like there was an error of some kind. Still 43 seconds left on that Red Army power play. It's Steve D'Angelo taking a shot. Now puck over to Jim Thomas, off the boards, and it appears that it'll be cleared out. Goalie will stop it, and he'll pass it to Dave Garrick. And Garrick will slowly creep into the Grey Wolf territory, and he still has the puck until he's dispossessed. Now it's Armstrong with the puck. Off of Masterin's skate, can't set up. And that's got to be a penalty if the ref is going to... Yep, and a penalty's coming up. Joe Masterin's going to get nailed for it, tripping up Joe Thomas. And now with 4 seconds remaining, it'll be a 4-on-4. Only for the 5th player to come out pretty soon. Again, 4 seconds for the 4-on-4, and then it turns into a Grey Wolf power play. .241 left in the second period. We are all tied up here at 3. Buchholz with the missed shot. Then Finley taking advantage of it, and he can't quite make the shot off. And now it's officially a power play for the Grey Wolves, and they're taking advantage of it quickly. Giacomin looking for the pass off, and now it's to Tom Buchholz. Back to Angelo Pontello. Into the Red Army end zone where Dave Garrick will try to clear it out. He does. Strader really out of his end zone. That's something that's a little bit nerve-wracking for Grey Wolves fans to see, is Strader so far out of the net that if God forbid something bad happened, he won't be able to get back. Puck now to Tom Buchholz. To Angelo Pontello, who now looking for Les Sabler. He'll get the puck to Les Sabler. Heading into the Red Army end zone is Marty Washburn. Washburn will clear it out. Strader stopping him once again, getting it off to Larry Sincata. Sincata clearing it into Red Army territory where that will be an icing call. Armstrong versus Sincata on the face-off. Armstrong makes a move, shoots. And the Red Army seemed to have an opportunity, but they couldn't take advantage. And now it's Neil Armstrong with the puck. He shoots, no one there to finish off. And that hurts for the Red Army trying to take the lead. We are now under a minute left in the second period, and John Patry on the move. Dispossessed by Guy Roberge. And he'll get it off to Steve Paganella. No call there. Paganella taking extra time, and that's what happens when you have Arnie Strader out too far of the net. Another poor error and another Strader error will allow Paganella and the Red Army to take the lead once again with 48 seconds to go. Steve Paganella, smart move by him. He originally looked like he was about to take the shot, but then he held the puck, basically he was hesitant with the puck, and that completely pulled Strader off guard, and now the Red Army have a 4-3 lead with 37 seconds to go in the second period. It's Angelo Pontello now taking the crew for one more opportunity for an equalizer. Sharina takes a shot off the puck. It's Angelo Pontello with another equalizer goal. And it looks like we're seeing the Angelo Pontello from last season taking advantage. What Paganella thought was going to be a big goal for his team is once again erased by Angelo Pontello. Pontello's second goal of the game. That's, according to the stats, his 6th overall goal. And the Gray Wolves are simply not giving up. They refuse to go down against the Red Army, and it's showing in the way they're playing right now. Patri's pass, intended for Mark Giacomin. He'll get over to Giacomin, then taken away by Tom Finley. Now the Red Army looking to try to take the lead just before the second period ends. It's Paganella, dispossessed by Jim Thomas. Now over to Tom Finley. We have now 5 seconds remaining. It's Paganella making a move, and that's going to do it for the second period. We are tied 4-all heading into the third period. It's going to be one exciting matchup. Who will be the victor in this one? Gray Wolves or the Red Army? Stay tuned for the third period. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Beginning of the third period, and it's John Madalena clearing it out into the Red Army end zone, where it'll be Marty Washburn who takes the puck. Joe Mascherin off the boards, gets it past Tom Buchholz, and now it's to Tom Finley. Finley, his pass to Marty Washburn, knocked away by Ludameza, and then it's Buchholz who knocks it away. Giacomin trying to take the puck away, but it will be Dave Garrick who stops all attempts of the breakaway. DeMeza playing a lot deep. Sticks trying to stop him, and he's on the move. DeMeza taking a shot, and he can't make the finish. It's Finley now with the puck. He's all alone. Only Strader to beat. Angelo Pontello trying to stop him. That might be a penalty. No, they're going to wave it off. But that's not the first time where we've seen Angelo Pontello do such a move. Some of you may remember last season in the third meeting against the Yellow Jackets for the Gray Wolves, Hector Flores had a nice breakaway, only until Angelo Pontello sped up behind him and stopped his attempt. Puck being administered all the way back to the Gray Wolves, deep into the Gray Wolf territory. That will be Neil Armstrong versus Larry Sincata. Puck immediately taken away by Matt Sharina, and he's on the move into Red Army territory. Sharina looking for an open opportunity. Sending it up to Larry Sincata, can't capitalize, and now it's Armstrong off the boards to Rick Nader. Nader getting it over to Neil Armstrong. Now back to Larry Rapah, but that will give the Gray Wolves ample time to get back and set up. Gray Wolves off of Sincata's cape, back to Sharina luckily, who gets it off the boards. Intended for Sabler, while Guy Roberge interfered. Rapah's pass, intended for Armstrong. Pass Sharina, taken away by Guy Roberge, then knocked away by the Gray Wolves. Now it's Larry Sincata. Back to Roberge. Puck high in the air, still in the rink. Still on the ice, however you want to call it. And it's Ludameza now, heading into Red Army territory along with Sincata and Sabler. Les Sabler in the in around, and he gets a goal in the net. Finally, we see Ludameza, and he was now the first player this season to get to 20 points, as that impressive goal is his 8th on the season, still with 12 assists. And now 9:36 left in the game, and the Gray Wolves, for the first time, have a lead in this one, 5-4. Nader now, he's on the move. Passing over to McCants, and not 5 seconds go by, and McCants still makes this a tied game. 5-5, and the Red Army surprisingly have kept up with the Gray Wolves so far.
Both teams are just looking to get after one another. And this is probably one of the best hockey games you'll ever see this season. So far, a high-scoring game. It's now Angelo Pontello getting it into the Red Army territory. Back to Washburn. Passing it out to Rick Nader, looking for Armstrong. Trying to find Armstrong. It's past Buckholz, and McCants getting up on it, looking to take another shot. Strader knocks it away. And as Angelo Pontello gets it over to John Madalena, and it will skate past Madalena over to Giacomin. Passing it back to Angelo Pontello. Now back to Giacomin, who gets it over to Madalena. Pass intended for DeMeza. Too far. Thomas back to Pontello. You gotta be a little bit careful there. Don't want the puck to land in with the Red Army. McCants' pass intended for Nader. Too far. Now it's Pontello passing it over to Jim Thomas. Thomas back to Angelo Pontello, who gets the puck over to Mark Giacomin. Giacomin making a move, or attempted to make a move off of Dave Garrett. And it is now Lou DeMeza over to John Madalena. Garrett clearing out that puck with lots of air on the puck. And it's Mark Giacomin back the other way into Red Army territory. Makes a move off of Tom Finley and Rick Nader, and look to try to pass it to John Madalena. Puck back to Marty Washburn. And Jim Thomas will not allow the Red Army to get the puck. And it looks like it'll be nice and called. And Steve Paganella enters for the Red Army. 7:35 to go. It is still 5-all here at the Irish Sports Forum as Finley pass intended for Paganella. We talk about remarkable shot and Gray heads up. It's Les Sabler and he takes the lead for the Gray Wolves. 7:25 to go in the game. And the Gray Wolves once again have the lead atop. But don't be surprised if in the next few minutes we see the Red Army get the tying goal. It's been back and forth. Puck now intended for Davidson. He is stopped by a wall made up of two Gray Wolves. And Sincata will get it deep into the Red Army territory as Roberge off of the end zone gets it over to Larry Rapaw. Rapaw's pass intercepted by Tom Buckholz. Puck back, it's now Guy Roberge heading the other direction. Off the boards. And now it's to Davidson. Knocked away by Les Sabler. And Les Sabler so far has lit up in this third period. Impressive performance. Puck now to Angelo Pontello. Gets off to Larry Sincata, takes a shot. Could have had a little bit more time there, but he did what he could. Sabler trying to set up Matt Sharina. The pass was too hard. And the Gray Wolves consistently keeping the puck in the Red Army territory. And now it's to Sincata, takes another shot, takes a third shot. And Sincata extends the Gray Wolf lead 7-5, 6:13 to go in the game. Or was that his second shot? I think it was Sincata's rebound effort there. Either way, Gray Wolves now on top, 7-5. And the Gray Wolves just might be taking off. But you can't give up on the Red Army just yet. If they scored 5 goals so far this game, you know they're bound to try to make a comeback. Intercepted by Lou DeMeza into the Red Army end zone. Back to Madalena, to Washburn, taken away by Lou DeMeza, who takes a shot. Now to Mark Giacomin, now to Lou DeMeza. And the keeper makes a save. And this game is one of the most exciting, as I mentioned in the second period. Bubba Hector Flores has shown up here for the Gray Wolves. And every one of the Red Army players is in. Tom Buchholz taking a shot wide right. Buchholz looking to set up. Back to Patry. And Giacomin coming to retrieve the puck. Puck now to D'Angelo, getting it off. Intended for Neil Armstrong. Buchholz keeps it in Red Army territory, but not for long as Steve D'Angelo off of Nader's skate gets it to Dave Garrick. Garrick making a move. Making it difficult to shoot. Now it's Marty Washburn taking a shot. Close opportunity for a setup in the Red Army. Can't capitalize. Patry. His pass intercepted by Washburn. Washburn over to D'Angelo. Now it's Neil Armstrong to Patry. Off of Demeza. And Lou Demeza knocks it away from Washburn's possession, and he's on the move. He takes a shot, and the goalie knocks it away with his left skate. Puck back to Jim Thomas, getting it over to Mike Falbo. And that'll be an icing call. 4:12 to go in this game, and the Gray Wolves have a comfortable 7-5 lead. We'd like to remind our viewers that this game has been brought to you by the Power Play Grill and Miller Lite. Puck being cleared out the other way. Davidson dispossessed by Sincata, and a sharp halt, and it looked like that was an offsides. Sincata knocking it over to Larry Rapaugh. Pontello trips, but he's able to knock the puck back a little bit of distance. Sharina intercepted, or taken away now by Paganella. Denied by Thomas. Roberge to Rapaugh, back to Guy Roberge. Puck now. Angelo Pontello knocking it away. Making a move is Pontello, getting the puck off to Les Sabler. Sabler takes a shot wide left. Sharina keeping it deep into Red Army territory. Jim Thomas with the shot, and the goalie won't have to work that much as he makes a good save. Puck to Lou Demeza. Sharp shot, but to the right. Giacomin now trying to set up. And he's skating back. Heavily covered by Scott McCants. Now it's John Patry taking a shot. McCants. Now his pass intercepted by Buchholz to Steve D'Angelo. Now Larry Rapaugh. Taken away by Mark Giacomin. Back over to Lou Demeza. And he lost possession of the puck as Nader trying to pass it out or clear it out. John Patry stops it and keeps it in Red Army territory. Giacomin, now back to Patry. Patry's pass to Lou Demeza. And Demeza gets it to Mark Giacomin. Giacomin loses possession of the puck as Nader tried to take it away, but quickly intercepted by Jim Thomas. And that's going to be a penalty on Steve D'Angelo trying to stick in there, and it looks like it'll be a high sticking call on Steve D'Angelo. No, it won't be. Apparently that'll just be a foul, and the ref will signal no harm done. Tom Finley calling for a timeout, and we'll take one ourselves. 2 minutes flat left in this game. 7-5 Gray Wolves. We'll be right back. Puck heading back the other direction. Now over to Lunameza. Back to Matt Sharina. So Lunameza taking a shot. Mark Giacomin. Back deep into the Red Army territory is Garrett, getting the puck off to Joe Masher and entering Grey Wolf territory. Now intended for Davidson, has a good shot, takes it, but Strader comes up with the save. We have 72 seconds left of this matchup. And so far, this has been a real exciting game. Red Army kept up with the Grey Wolves until the middle of the third period, where the Grey Wolves took advantage of a 2-goal lead. Now 7-5. Sabler to Buckholz. And Buckholz gets it out, clearing it out. And there's an empty net for the Red Army to try any desperate measures to get back in this one. Angelo Pontello knocking it away, but the Red Army still have it. Paganella lying on top of Pontello. And there's the puck. Red Army keep jabbing it in. And the thing is, will that be considered a goal, or was that a save? And the refs look like once again they're just jabbing. They're allowing the Red Army to jab. But it basically won't matter anyways. 31.7 seconds to go. It is 7-5 Grey Wolves. And they look like they'll be moving on to 6-1-1. Sincata aggressively stopping Paganella. Now it's Rick Nader. Sabler clears it out. Close to a near goal. 20.4 seconds to go. You know, Neil Armstrong is definitely known for his really aggressive demeanor. And Nader now trying to take a shot. Deflected off, and it's Patry. Finley with the shot, and there's the puck. 5 seconds remaining. Giacomin. And it slips, but that's going to do it. The Grey Wolves are now on a 5-game winning streak, improving to 6-1-1 on the season. Impressive effort by the Grey Wolves, despite Red Army trying to take any chances they can. And that's for the Red Army. It is a 2-game losing streak they're on now, dropping to 3-5. But give credit to this Red Army team. You know, we've seen now all the players show up. They kept a strong game, 5-5. They kept up with the Grey Wolves. This is one of the more impressive games we have seen from the Red Army. And this is a bright spot for them as they continue to try to improve on this second half of the season. A good game overall. But the Grey Wolves in the third period come up with extra power, and they overpower the Red Army. This has been another production of Pontello Studios. I would like to welcome you back for next week's game against the Yellow Jackets. Same place, same time. But boy, oh boy. Grey Wolves played their hearts out, and it's another win for them. But for the Red Army, despite the hard effort they put into this one, it'll be another tough loss for them.
here at the iSports Forum. I'm Angelo Pontello, and we'd like for you folks to stay tuned to the next doubleheader matchup. Green Hornets, Yellow Jackets coming up.